Howdy everyone. I want to show you how effective Norwex is, so we're going to put it to the test. Now, we would probably all agree that when we were growing up, our parents taught us that chemically cleaning was the way to go. And today, this is probably one of the most generally used cleaners there is, disinfectant wipes. But I'm sure we're almost all using it wrong. And I never read the package of these. I figured if they were sold in the store, they were safe. And I used them in my classroom at school. They were safe. But the first thing on here says hazardous to humans and domestic animals. And I have humans at school, humans at home, and domestic animals at home. So why am I using these? And then let's talk about how to use them right. So first it says you have to make sure the surface is clean. Then to sanitize, you have to allow the surface to remain wet for 30 seconds. And Janet and I were talking about what's the difference between sanitize and disinfect. And when you find it out, sanitize means to get it clean enough, is a simple way of putting it. Disinfect means to virtually get rid of all of the germs. Now, if I want to disinfect with these, I have to keep the surface wet for 10 minutes using new cloths, new wipes for that 10 minutes to keep it wet. Now, the scary part about that is if you read the material safety data sheet on these, it says that for prolonged contact, you should wear rubber gloves. One, I've never kept a surface wet for 10 minutes, and two, I've never wore rubber gloves when I've been using these. And if it's on a food surface, you have to thoroughly rinse it with water. And if it's a non-porous surface, if it is a porous surface, you shouldn't be using it on it. It has to be on a non-porous surface, and you have to wipe it, rinse thoroughly with water when you're done. Never do any of those things. So to test it, we're going to use chicken, raw chicken with its juice and with this powder that causes it to glow. And I'm going to put this on my stovetop here. I'm going to get it nice and juicy wet on both sides. And we're going to test it in two ways. One, we're going to see how this picks it up. But two, we're going to just show you chemically, or with a chemical, a protein test swab, how effective Norwex cleans. So first, we're going to swab these areas and just show you that they do have protein in them, and that it was really chicken juice. And by doing that, you'll see that this is turning a nice dark color. Green is clean, purple is dirty. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the surface with one of these wipes. And I'm going to take it and I'm just going to wipe my area down with my wipe like I would normally do it. I'll even turn it over. And the other side I'm going to clean mechanically with Norwex. Now when you clean with Norwex, you want to make sure that you don't scrunch, that you hold it flat so that you get a good contact with the surface. And I can already see it's picked up the glowing powder. And now we'll go back and we'll check it with our black light. So first, this side, you can see the streaky mess over here. And we'll go over to the Norwex side, and there's no glowing at all. Really quite amazing just in that part right there. Now let's go back and test with our swabs. So first I'll swab this side. And we'll take a look here. See, it's starting off green, but I can actually see that it's starting to turn just a little gray here. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm going to lay that one right there. Set the purple one over on another counter so we don't confuse it with it. And now I'll test the Norwex side. And we've got a bright green over here versus kind of a dull green on the other side. So we'll set those down. And now what I want to do is go back over the Norwex side, or I mean the glow germ side, the powder side, with my Norwex cloth and wipe the surface down. And we'll retest it with the black light. And you can see that no longer does it glow. But watch what happens when I go back with this wipe. Now, have you ever been in a restaurant and looked at the person going from table to table with the same cloth, or watch kids in a classroom wiping a tables down with these, and they just go back over that same area with the same cloth? And we'll see what happens when we take our light and look again. And there you go, look, the streaks are back, and presumably not as only as the glow chemical back, but also the chicken juice. So hopefully this helps you to feel confident in cleaning with water alone in a Norwex cloth. Now let's go back and check our swabs. Okay, the Norwex one side is still green, the other side is purple, and we know now that Norwex works. So if you found this helpful, then check out our website, howclean.com, and contact us for more information about Norwex and our amazing EnviroCloth.